because I don't consider myself sucking at trading. But I think it's important to bring it up because I've helped people succeed who've claimed that they suck at trading. Be honest right now. And I love you guys to death. How many, even regardless of your P&L, maybe you're up a lot of money, down a lot of money in the middle, how many of you guys think you suck at trading? Just be honest. Just be honest. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Whether you're up or down, I don't care. You could be up money and be like, Mark, I suck. I'm just doing these stupid methodologies and they work. Beautiful. So I have a good audience here. Awesome. Neutral. I respect that. Look, fine. Honestly, I don't for myself believe I suck at trading. You ready? How many people want to know how to make money trading the spiders today? Okay. What if I told you you could be a complete and utter moron and do it? Would you be excited about that? Let me get a 55 if that would excite you. Heck, that would excite me. Shit. I suck and I'm making money trading probably, one of the craziest instruments today. And I want to point out there's a flood. Okay. I love you guys. All right, let's get right to it. All right, we're going to start off with 100 moving average on a 1 and 5 minute chart. And we're going to end on, what are we going to end on, Amber? Well, what are we going to end on, Amber? The amount of responses I get if going on a dating site with this face. Nothing. We're going to end with nothing. That's it. It's just 1 and 5 minute chart, 100 moving average. That's where it is. Ready? Watch this. What I know. And you're sitting there like, oh my God, this is amazing. We'll always find something stupid and amazing like this in the market. And this is how I've been doing it today. And you guys like probably like, wow, Mark is so smart. No, Mark is not really that smart. I promise you, I'm a lot dumber than I look. Okay, so I have two charts here, the 1 and 5 minute. We're going to just start off here on the left side with the one. Here's the spiders. What if I told you you should do nothing but wait for the first time the pink line hits today? The spiders would have run up from 313.84 all the way to 317.45. And if you're wondering how the bottoms were called here, look at the spiders. And I'm going to show you more examples, the Qs, Beyond, Disney. I'm going to show you a lot more examples. I'm just starting off here. I promise you I'm going to be wrong on some of them. I don't know. I didn't record which ones I'm right on or wrong on, but I promise you I'll be wrong on some of them. But I want you to see where it's right and wrong. It's not about cherry picking every single name. All right. Look at that. Spiders hit 314.67, just blip to 314.65, explode. Now, what I'm saying here is you're probably looking at this chart and you're like, Mark, how would I know if the spiders were willing to flush down there or not? I don't know where to enter. How many of you guys think that? Let me get a 77 in chat if that's what you're thinking when looking at that chart. How do I know how far to buy it when it pulls down? Here, me too. What if I told you it didn't matter? Hmm? What? What do you mean it didn't matter? What if I told you that pretty much take any size box you want and say, all right, here is the thing. You can buy it anywhere here. Buy me here. Anywhere there. And if you zoom in, it just hit the top there. But here's the point. Here's the point. Like, I don't care where inside this box you decided to buy. Because this move that you see right here is practically inevitable. Practically. Well, how do you limit your risk? Well, I think you could do common stock, but I think this is where options are just phenomenal. Okay. Now, granted, I don't really think it was going to pull all the way down to the bottom of the box. That's probably a little more of an unlikely exaggeration, even on a statistical standard. But you're looking for some form of a flush. It's the spiders. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 cents. Probably not a dollar and a half. Just on average, short of breaking news. All right. But whatever. It's there. Okay. If you were to buy options, right, over, let's make the argument that you paid as much as possible, which in this case would have been good, that you were able to buy the options like right over there, like when the stock was able to hit there, and you were able to go ahead and buy. And I want to make something up here. I want to play devil's advocate and say, all right, well, what happens after you bought that was The spiders went to here after you bought it at the top there, before doing everything else that it did, right? So what you do is you take a number that you're comfortable with. Let's say it's $1,000. More often than not, you're not losing more than a third of your money on trades like this. That's the statistical fact. Mathematical fact, any stock could get halted and open up at zero. Your options complete be worth zero. Okay, that's unlikely to happen. But, if we're talking the stupid, crazy situations, that could happen. The worst situations I see is you usually lose a third of your money. Now, let's say a third of your money. How much are you guys comfortable losing on a trade? And just be honest. I know the options were expensive this week. I know we're having a very awkward week comparatively to the last 100 weeks on average. All right, $1,000, $50, $200. I'm gonna go with Steve here. Um, I was more looking for a dollar amount, Mike. I respect what you're saying, though. I'm not saying you can't do that. $1,000, $200. Let's say $200. All right. And again, you could use the math to change the numbers lower or higher. I'm going to use, you want to risk $200. That's what you want to risk on your trade. You want to risk 200 bucks. That's your risk. So what you do is if you know that you're generally risking a third, you could easily take $500 to $600 in options. And and again, this is just hypothetical. I'm not saying legally telling you to do this. You could buy $500 to $600 worth of options, and odds are you're going to be up money. And odds are, if you're like me and you don't like watching it long, you're probably selling there before you suffer the down move, before you receive the tremendous up move afterwards. Before you receive the tremendous up move afterwards. That's probably where you're selling, and you can be up money on this trade while risking your third of the money. If you are uncomfortable risking a third of the money and you want to risk half the money, buy $400 worth of calls. If you're afraid that you're going to lose it all and you only want to lose $200, buy $200 worth of calls. I hate to make it sound so stupid, but options allow people who have bad money management and bad risk management and bad psychology to succeed. That's why options have, at least for me, been the key to solving my psychological toxicity. It has been. Now that's a 1 minute chart. Totally cherry picked that one, Mark. What does the 5 minute chart look like? Well, the 5 minute chart is here. And this time, instead of buying the spiders, which opened up above it and pulled back to it, this time the 5 minute 100 EMA was above it. So when the spiders were right over here in the 317.80s today, I'm like, the spiders topped out. You guys are probably like, what on expletive, insert the name of whatever planet, Jupiter. What on expletive Jupiter is this dude watching? You have to have like curse word planet, and then you get to the point. What on earth is this dude watching? This stupid, idiotic, exponential 100 moving average, which is working in this environment. I'm not a one trick pony, but I am a one trick pony for the current environment before I turn into another one trick pony. Yes, I have a lot of tricks, so I'm a multi-tricked pony, but you get the picture. This is working now. I did a whole video on this, but I need you to see it with your own eyes. How many people taking a small position, risking 200 bucks, buying $500 worth of options? How many people think they can make money on this trade? How many people of you type in 11 if you think you suck and you can make money on a trade like that? I mean, think about that really hard. I've extended hours turned off, uh, factored into here. What if I told you by joining this room, I give you ongoing education like this for what's working now? Amber, how much does it cost them for ongoing education here? Is it 5,000 a year, 6,000, 10,000 for ongoing education like this? It's free. It's part of your Newsbeat Live subscription. Is it promised to you? Absolutely not. Do I constantly do it for you? Ask any one of the members in the room. Don't take my word for it. Okay? I'll constantly give you something that works in the current environment. That's why I wanted you guys to really sit and absorb what we're doing here today, because I'd rather have you learn a thing or two and understand where we're coming from Coming in the room and never hearing me ever and watching me trade, you're probably sitting here thinking to yourself, oh, that's all Mark does, just uses stupid moving averages. I'm going to do. No. Next week, this might change. It's unlikely. Maybe it does. Maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This whole thing changes. And then you're like, well, I don't know what to do now. Guess what? You see this? You see this? How many people can see the black circles under my eyes? Let me maybe go like this. You see them? You guys see them? I'm 11% raccoon. All right? No, I'm up for hours looking at this. Yeah, you know, what do you tell Mark Melnick with two black eyes? Nothing. His wife told him twice already. Domestic abuse is not funny, but I only called the cops on her twice. I won't do it again. We resolved our differences. What is the point I'm making? I am up late at night figuring this stuff out. She was wrong one time, Lax, bro. One time she came to me, she's like, I don't think I'm right on this one. That was the one time she was wrong. Happens to the best of us. Anyways, um, it's that or I sleep in the Lincoln Navigator in the back seat. It has like massage chairs and everything. My car, it's beautiful. Maybe I should take some pictures of it. Maybe that will make you sign up for the room, right? Anyway, point being, um, shameless car reveal. When the spiders were at 317.85 today, I called the top because it hit this stupid pink line. Now maybe you don't like the spiders. I'm not the biggest fan of the spiders. I'm a bigger fan of the triple Qs. So I'm waiting for the triple Qs to hit the 1 minute pink line. And again, I will be wrong on some of these. Oh, look, remember when I called the bottom of the Qs earlier, right over here before it rallied, and you guys, oh my God, that was such a sick call. How did he do it? How did he do it? I put a little stupid pink line on my screen, tracked the stock, and called it out in real time on the 1 minute. After the 1 minute chart, that's when you go to the 5 minute. If you're thinking, which one do I focus on first? Always the one, then always the five. That is how you focus on it. I will not kill myself doing this work. I'm an ex-professional gamer. I could look at this screen all day. I could look at this screen all day and I'll beat the crap out of my son's friends in any video game that they want to bring to this side of the table. They will get smacked back from whence they came. Okay? That's number one. Number two, this is how I actually called the 1 minute bottom of the Qs. This is how I called the 1 minute bottom of the Qs. How many people can I get a 77 for those people who said they suck, who think that you could just buy the Qs here? And yes, I'm cherry picking your ideas because I'm going to be able to shove you into this corner. How many people could call the bottom of the Qs today before that bounce? I mean, I did, but I could. It's not that hard. But what if, where's my stop? Where's my this? I just explained it to you. You're going too heavy early on, you might get stopped out here on a stupid 11-cent drop from the level. I'm serious. You might, oh, I don't know. You don't need to know. You could be an idiot, just like me, and just buy it and remain consistently profitable. I hate to make making money. I hate to make the sound that making money is so easy, but once you get rid of the psychological toxicity, you actually know what to focus on. You're going to make these good trades. I will help chip away this psychological toxicity. Maybe it takes me a week for you, a month, 6 months, a year. Everyone is different. I don't know you who you are. I don't know your backstory. I don't know how much money you've lost in the past. All I can tell you is I can help you build a foundation from the ground up. I don't know where you're starting from. I don't know if I have to bulldoze, you know, the broken down motels that were there with all the shady people and, walking by, driving by at night. Maybe that's your foundation. I'll knock it down and build it up for you. So that's the 1 minute of the Qs, but I have to show you the five. So here's the five. So today, when I saw the Qs pop to 219, I think it was 219.30s, because I like to watch the move go through the line as much as possible. So as when you're at around the 219.30s today, I was like, maybe the Qs topped out here. It went to 219.74 after. This one was a little bit harder, perhaps, and then dropped. If you followed my methodology of taking, risking a third or half of the value of your options, you wouldn't have gotten stopped out here and you would have made money on this trade. That's the Qs. Okay. I didn't trade Beyond or Disney today. The market is plummeting, but I don't want to sugarcoat it. Okay. Here's Beyond and Disney. Right. Here's Beyond on the 1 minute. Not the sexiest idea. Flushes 116.06, pops a little, pops 26 cents, and then falls, that's a losing trade for me. Is it mathematically possible to scalp and make money? Yes, I consider this a losing trade. After you put in a green bar, after you put in a green bar on the 1 minute, I start setting my stops below. I start setting my stops below. So let me show you again, even on the triple Qs. So even on the triple Qs here, I have no stop even after it bounces and pops. As soon as we put in this green bar, my stop is day lows. That's why I was explaining early this morning, if you guys were here in the morning, how your stop can come minute or two, or you know, 2 candles after you enter. On a 1 minute, it's 2 minutes. On a 5 minute candle, it's 10 minutes later. You get the point. Because once you see that green candle, then you could get your stop, and you're entering on the bottom here of this red candle, perhaps, but your stop is the bottom of the green. And I'll show you the cues again on the 5 minute. Even right over here, my stop at this point, after this bar close, was the top here of 219.44. And granted, you would make money before that happens, but you get the picture. And I could tell you the same thing on the spiders. Spiders right over here, this is a hard one, because this is one that might have stopped you out. Shorting here at 317.85, it goes up, to 318.11. Maybe you took a break even small loss on this trade. Maybe you caught it. I would rather have you. Oh, that was the 5 minute chart. Sorry, of the spiders that you could have lost on. I would rather have you somehow lose money shorting it above here, which I know a lot of you guys caught. I'd rather have you lose money there. And remember, if you're risking like a third of your money instead of just using the candles, this wouldn't have stopped you out. All right, I'm watching the spiders here. The breakdown for the spiders is going to be 311.44. It blipped it. If you get back below 311.44, you might drop. Just have to give real-time analysis. So the point is, yeah, you can use candlesticks. It might be harder and better in some situations, but if you're using just a third or half of the value of your contracts, you're not going to get stopped out on any of the examples I'm showing you. Here's beyond. And here's beyond on the 1 minute, the one that failed. And again, keep in mind the market's plummeting. I'm not sitting here trying to catch it. When the market plummets off of news headlines, not just like random down moves or up moves, that's where I just take a step back. So beyond, perfect example of something that fails, the pink line on the 1 minute chart. Beyond on the 5 minute chart, however, that was beautiful because it flushed 113.59, hit 113.26, and on the next bar jumped $1.06 in your face. See, so the 5 minute worked. Disney, Bob Iger leaving the company. Uh-oh. Let's start with the 1 minute. Did it hit on the 1 minute? Yes. Right over here. Pops up, pops down. I don't know if I called it today. I might have been able to do it. If I was watching it exactly at the time, you could have called the top of Disney. Right over here. It goes to 128.37, drops to 127.85 on the next candle, drops 52 cents in 1 minute. 3 minutes later, it dropped over a dollar 14 in 3 minutes. Get it? So I'm just basically exiting Liam. Liam is asking a good question. Do I use a program stop or just exit? I'm doing this all manually. If I'm telling myself that it's a whippy day, I'm sizing down so I could take more of the waves. I don't want to use the top or bottom of a candlestick. I just want to be up money every time. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to lose a third to half of my option value. If I'm trying to make a third to half of your option value, you'll do it almost every time. Almost. If you're looking to make the quick 15, 20 cents, your winners should outweigh your losers easily. So I just wanted to show you that, and I did want to point out, yes, this is a little nifty trick, and I am 100% sure this is not going to work forever, but by being a Newsbeat Live member, I will update you with strategies that are working as long as I am in this room broadcasting. As long as I work here, as long as I'm, working the Newsbeat live room, as long as T3 offers me that privilege of serving you, I will always find for you something that is working the majority of the time in the current environment. And I just wanted to show you, for those people who think you suck, just to even show you on a chart, and I'm not cherry picking Qs and spiders. We are watching them today. I'm not cherry picking Disney. I'm not cherry picking Beyond. I just wanted to show you in a psychotic environment that you can do strategies. Yes, I could look for more names that it worked on my radar, and I'm sure more names that it didn't work for my radar, but I really want to get back to the market here. I just want to show you that there will always be a strategy that you could fall back on. Some market environments are going to be harder for you. Some market environments are going to be easier for you. And what I'm going to do is at any point that I'm going to create for you a little trading safe space. And you could go to your safe space at any time. And if you ever need a warm pillow and blanket to feel nice and cuddly in a harsh market environment, I am going to provide you that pillow and blanket. I'm going to provide you a strategy that's working most of the time, and I'm going to provide you a way to become a successful trader. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Happy trading, make money. Thank you for being part of this open house, and I will see you guys right here on the Newsbeat Live Trading.